I'd be lying if I said I wasn't extremely nervous right now. We are one game away, one win away from being 900 elo. I've never ever been 900 elo in my life. I've been playing chess for a good solid year and a half. At least this is the closest I've been. Let's hope we get the win today. We're going to be doing 30-minute rapids, so it's plenty of time to think. If you're new here, I'm not amazing at chess. I don't know lines, openings. I know bits and bobs. I know the principles. I wouldn't be just under 900 elo if I didn't know something. But this is no Magnus Carlsen chess vibes. I won't be teaching you the lines. I might show you a couple of things that you know, a couple of things that you don't. I'm relying on you guys to subscribe, like the video, and leave some comments on how I can improve. But without further ado, let's just get into this, y'all. Here we go. So we're playing a 905 elo. We're blacks again. We're going to go with the same opening. I think it's called Sicilian Khan or something like that. Okay, let's lock in now. Let's lock in. I'll see you on the other side. So, he's pushed forward again. I don't know why he's done that, but yesterday there was a pawn on that same square when we played the previous game to this. He got there another way. But either way, we're just going to continue our development and get our pawns out. Oh, I think what he's doing is instantly trying to prevent, the queen from coming in. So the sort of end goal of pushing the pawn up, getting the knight out, to there, he's so he's he probably knows this is probably the counterplay to what we're trying to do with the Sicilian Khan or whatever it's called, because the objective would be to put the queen out, put the knight there with the pawn on, h5, and then with the backing of the knight, after he castles, you would try and obviously just checkmate him nice and early. But that plan's gone. So what I am going to do probably is push this pawn, probably say, nah, this is pretty good what he's done, because I can't even get my bishop out. Maybe I should try and just get my bishop out early and then my knight, and then focus on getting the castle in, because he clearly knows something. So it's throwing me off and it's making me think, let's get castled. Let's get castled. Problem with getting my bishop out here is nothing's really going to back it unless I push this pawn. And then the idea of castling isn't so great. Okay. As long as my bishop stays on c8, that threat isn't too imminent. Obviously, we need to be careful of that rook. I'm thinking we just breach this middle all of a sudden. Protecting the pawn, getting this out the way, controlling the middle. Change of plan. Again. Okay. At this point right now, I don't really mind the idea of doubling up. But I also want to say, because I don't like the fact that he's controlling this whole side of the board. So I'm willing to break that up nice and early. Whether that's breaking principles, fine, whatever. You control the middle again, but I've destroyed whatever it is you were planning on. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Hmm. I would like to develop this knight and obviously attack this pawn that's in our side of the board. However, I don't like the idea of putting this knight on c6 and his bishop come down and then for no reason just doubling up the pawns on the same file. And that's why I'm sort of against doing that. I could push this pawn because it is backed by the queen, to be fair. But then all he has to do is drop this pawn and he's on. But I don't want to bring my queen out too early either. But at the same time, I don't like this pawn. It's preventing too much. I don't want to put my knight on the rim because it's grim. However, I could do and get that second moving because right now there isn't a threat of his bishop. So I am going to do that. Just using it quickly. If he pushes down, he sort of opened up this whole side of castling. I kind of like, though, he has absolutely bust open the middle. He's got no pieces developed, or one. I mean, I know we haven't done much, but I feel like our structure's a little bit better than his back in this pawn. And that was all down to us backing out of what we set out to do originally. And I was speaking to my dad on the phone today about chess. And I was saying, like, one of my ideas is when it ain't going my way on the opening, back out. But anyway, let's get back into this. So what have you done there? You block your queen in. You've given me the opportunity to come out, which I want to do. Let's stick to what we said we were going to do. I feel like he's playing reactive to everything I'm doing. But at this point now, I can sort of, you know, there's options. Because what are you really going to do? You could hop your knight out. I suppose that's what I would do if I was you, because it's a developing move. Pardon me. And we've now got our opportunity of castling with all of our pawns. So yeah, messy opening. Like I said, you're not going to be learning much, yeah. But this is more, I'm going to show you the wins and the losses of someone who doesn't know chess inside out. You know what I mean? Okay, what is that move, bro? All right, you've let your queen out. So you're trying to throw in a check. Also trying to prevent my knight from coming in. Not great, my brother. Not great. I feel like we just get our castle in, you know. Take it off that rank that he could have brought his queen down. And sort of pinned us. Even though we would have had a response move. But again, if he would have lured me out there, which I probably would have done, he probably would have flew straight down and got my rook. I feel like he's still banking on that rook. So now what I want to do is get my knight out and move this rook and just get it off that file. Because I haven't got the memory to protect that. I'm the type of guy who will bring this bishop out and totally forget. And then it's good night Viennetta. At this point, I'm going, go on, mate. Get a castle in. And he's probably thinking, what's the point? Which I guess we're all thinking. Okay. You take, I take. You push, I take. You come down, I take. I don't feel like I need to respond to that move just yet. You block yourself in. You could you could come down here. Too premature to jump my knight in. I could offer him the trade. Take my queen, get my queen out, hop the knight in, do some damage that way. I feel like that's what we're going to do. You push. I could at that point just take, to be honest. He also has got the option of I go in with my bishop. He could hop in with the knight. But then what you're really doing, there's no immediate threat. I could do what I said I was going to do and get this knight involved. Is there anything else we can do? Push out. Offer the trade. Jump in. The threat then becomes nothing major. Still in this half of the board with that threat. And then if he ever moves, we've got the take. Queen. I don't like the fact that he's owning this. Jump the knight in. I lose that. I take that. And then he's got the double with his queen. Don't like that. Take. 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 Do you know what? I could take with the pawn, and if he takes with his pawn, he's opened up this side of the board as well. But if he takes with his knight, we could take with our knight, and then if he takes with his pawn, no, that's no good. I feel like that we need to damage this side now, to be honest. But I'm thinking we can just push this bishop out first. And if he takes that way, we'll take his queen. Because we've already castled. If he jumps in, fair enough. If he takes, we take. If he pushes, we take. If he takes, we take. Okay, nice. Now we can jump in with the pin. Did I give him too much respect then? I feel like I did. I feel like I did. He could jump in with his knight at this point, but even then, someone is going. I mean, I don't feel like I've played great, but he's just pushed pawns on both sides and not developed any pieces. And I can't slag him off because I'll probably still lose this game. However, what are you going to do, boss? Have you been waiting for that the whole time? Do you know what I might do? I might just push this pawn one and just get my rook off the line. Ooh. Hop in. You're going to move. Oh. Hop over, take. Put you in check. You've got to move. Hang on. That's all scenario based, like if he was to do what I want him to do. Hop, push down, trying to prevent me from then moving the knight again. But in that prevention, take, check, move, take his queen. In an ideal world, that will all play out exactly the way I've manifested. But that's the thing with chess. Nothing ever plays out the way that you manifest it. Right, I'm him. What am I doing? Get a check in? No, I mean, castle, I wouldn't do that because then if I hop in, I'll be on both of them. Offer the trades. You could do. Would I take the trade? Probably not. It doesn't benefit me. You could take me. Oh yeah, I thought you might do that. Oh. So now if I was to take, you can take. See what I mean about nothing planning out the way you want it to? But we could still take this out. He'll probably take with his queen. And then we've got rid of that, haven't we? Let's just do that. Or he could take with his rook. His knight, sorry. Now I'm going to breach the center. Oh, yeah, see what I mean? He's still on with that. Ooh. Take. I've always got this queen for a check. His king's exposed, man. And it's up to us to expose it. Do we push two? Why are we making this move, Max? Why are we making this move? Hop, take. Hop, take. Hop, take. Free the rook. Hop, take. I like that. If he comes in, we can take. If he pushes, we push. No, we don't. If he pushes, we take with the queen, putting him in check. Then we take. So he can't come in with his queen. Freeing up our bishop. Get one of the rooks on the king's file. Cause problems. Take, 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 take. Jump in, take. Hop in, no immediate danger. Take. Push down, take. No, we don't. Push down, take, take. Queen. Come down. No. Queen could go here, maybe. Yeah. That would sort of stop everything. And then at that point, I suppose we can move our rook across now. And we can get old MacDonald involved. Yeah, if I was him, I'd put the queen on this square. When I was like, well, up until recently, I still do it, in fact. I always think the stuff, well, I can't get through this way. Wouldn't it be nice if I just hop down there, come up there, put him in check? But what I've realised is, in that one move there, he can do so much with his next move that just stops that whole second thing. That's also not the worst move, to be honest. Okay. What if I was to put the rook on that file? Push through. Putting pressure on you. With the backing of the knight. Push down. Take. I need to be careful of this back rank. I need to get this bishop off the back rank so that this rook's always protecting the back rank check. But right now, like I was saying, one move to get to where you want to go is one move too many. It's one move too many. So me going, oh, well, I'll just quickly move that and then move that, and then I've got these. He can do too much in that time. If I'm him now, what am I doing? Hop the knight in. Moral of the story, once this is gone, I can come across, put pressure down, potentially get his rook. What better way than to just go bang, put pressure on, two birds, one stone. All of a sudden I've got a rook and a queen in the Battle of Middle-earth. The thing is, though, we've got the same amount of pieces on the board. I just feel like I'm in a better position than him. And that's down to the way he pushed all his pawns. And I don't know if the principle of chess would have been when he had 4 pawns in a row. I took it, didn't I? I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that game. And then he done it down this side. Took it. I'm not playing that game. I'm pretty sure the big boys, the GMs and stuff, wouldn't have done that. But I find when I play a closed game, is sort of anyone's game at my level. I feel like I play better if I open the game up. And I'm not saying I win every game, so clearly I don't. I'm just saying I feel like I play better when I do that. But I don't know if that's the right thing to do. But then I'm like, what is the right thing to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand that Stockfish or whatever says, oh no, that's the best move. But does that necessarily mean that you have to play that move every time? Because what happens if you play a different move and it leads to other opportunities? Someone once told me there's like 1 billion moves on a chessboard or something. I don't know how true that is, so don't go and tell all your mates. Come on, Chris. Chris John Stone. What you doing? You're going there, aren't you? But even then, I can still push through. Or if he goes there, it's sort of just a waiting move, isn't it? At that point, I suppose I could just push one forward and then get the bishop in. If he just does a waiting move before I take that, that's what I'm going to do. Because I like doing things like that. The good thing is now we've got 4 minutes on him on the clock. Hop in. Take. Drop down. Push up. Stopping the diagonal from the queen and freeing up the bishop to get involved. Push down, take, hop in, take, hop down, take, hop across, take, come across, push through, hop down, push through. Okay. I feel like this is the perfect time to get she involved. We need it. We need it involved. This pin's nice. Gave me that opportunity to push this forward. And how quickly did I do my move then? He's now thinking again. 5 minutes to do that. But I need to hold my composure. Don't get ahead of myself. Bear in mind that if I am going to put this bishop on that rank, it's unprotected. But what that does, it frees up and connects the rooks. So maybe he was thinking I was going to push through. And then all of a sudden, he creates a battery. And I suppose I could have took them both out still, to be honest. Oh, hang on a sec. Take. Push up. I don't think taking's the best idea for me. Not while his queen's so exposed. His king, sorry. I'm not... If I take you just bring all your pieces in the game and you're wide open down the middle. Don't think I like that, mush. Don't think I like that one bit. Nah, I'm not entertaining that. Let's get you involved. push, take, protection. He actually done something there that I was like, okay. I wasn't expecting that. Threw me off a bit. Lights on the rim are grim. Jump in. Actually, if I push down now and you jump in, I can take. If he pushes his queen down, I can take. He's making some. Oh, am I just getting nervous? I feel like I've been too cocky. Okay. He's got 3 on this. Dare I? Push up. I feel like I need to push this pawn 2 forwards. Gain access to this file. Or do I push it 1 forward? Threaten to take no, because he's got that knight. But if I push 2 forwards, it's back in, not the knight, sorry, the rook. Push. Come across. Take. You take. I take. You take. I take. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. So I win a knight, lose a bishop, take a pawn, you hit with that. So I take both your knights out the game and a pawn. You take a bishop and a knight of mine. And now all of a sudden I control the middle. I've got a rook left. I've got 2 rooks left and a queen. Is that too premature? Take. No. Take. Put pressure on so that you take. Push. Take. Push. Queen. The idea of some sort of discovered check. My heart's pounding. Genuinely pounding. You going for that? You can't do that. Because if you come down, I take. You come with the rook, I take. Then you take, then I take. So you're not doing that. If I take, you take. I put pressure on your queen. Yeah, because your queen will be there. You move your queen to God knows where. Then I've got some sort of... Oh, I can come and get this pawn. I can win a pawn doing that. Because if I go to this square, puts him in check, I can come back and grab this pawn. That's the idea. Unless he backs this pawn with his queen, like if he was to go there or something. But even still, he might just offer his queen up. And then I take that anyway. I need to be hella careful right now. Could come up. He can't come across, grab it anyway. Another option is just get the queen out. Get her involved. I control the two open files. Problem is, no, I need to get back actually, I think. Or do I push this forward? I feel like it's time to push that forward, you know. And then control these two files. We're in the end game. Kind of. Sooner or later, this king's going to need to start coming out. Oh no, what have I done? I take. That wasn't part of the idea. What have I... En passant. How long have you been holding on to that, pal? I've just lost my advantage. I take. You take. I take. You come down with the rook. I just start protecting this pawn. Get the king out. Saying that, I could throw in a check. Check. Move. Does nothing. I won't be talking now, guys. I've got to try and get my king in the game. My main focus is trying to keep this pawn alive. I've got a nice little back ranker, but you can always drop. Start rolling this pawn up the board, maybe. Try and get him to do something stupid like that. Pardon me. I had his king in the open and I did absolutely nothing with it. Push. Pressure. Come across. Push up 2. So he can't come across. This pawn's my only chance of doing something. So I need to keep that alive. Come across. Push down. Come across. Push up. Push down. It's too slow. Come across. Get behind. Or come across, push up. Protect. Walk the donkey. Walk the donkey. Thinking if he comes across, I push up. He comes down. Put the the king on h6. If he takes with his pawn, I take my rook. Rooks are in a standoff. This file's now open. The whole time this rook's protecting this pawn. Now there's a blockade for this, it can't get through. these are opposing each other, and then I try and walk that up the board and try and get the king to come and help it. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. But I don't know what he's thinking, and that's the problem. And he's not stupid, because I had a position where his king was in the open, and mine, saying that, mine was fine. I always forget about the en passant. That's how he got me. And all of a sudden, the king's wide open. And that is the difference between watching me and watching Hikaru Nakamura, my friends. Do me a favour while we're waiting. Hit that like button. And subscribe if you're not already. And anyone who is subscribed already and you're watching, much appreciated. Newcomers, much appreciated. We're trying to get to 1,000 elo. We need to get to 900 first. Pardon me. But 1,000, it's got a ring to it, you know what I mean? Another good thing we've got on our side is his clock's burning down. Big time. I mean, what's he thinking? Take. It's never happening. Come down. Take. Push up. That could be a thing. Double up. We've got the double. That does nothing. If he does nothing threatening, we have to try and get the king involved. Probably try and just get the king as close to this pawn as possible as well. Just so we have 3 people walking it up the board. Right. This isn't chess. This is a battlefield. Forget everything else that's happened up to now. Pretend none of that's happened. This is the game. Get the pawn to the other side of the board. We need the king to help us do that. This is the pawn. This is the new objective. Brother's down to 1 minute 34. Either he's accepted defeat and he's come to all the conclusions that I've come to, that this pawn is what separates the men from the boys, and that I'm not giving it up, and there's no way to get it. Brother's run down to 1 minute. Another option is he's found the win. He's going to make me sweat it out. And he's going to do me in the last second. And he's just wasting my time, and I haven't been able to see it. Come down, take, come across, push up. Brother resigned. We're 900 elo. We're 900 elo. It says it right there. Oh, it's just dropped. God damn. Big chest view. Oh my days. We're 904 elo. Alright, we didn't checkmate him. How did we play? Quick game review. I don't know. I don't know how we played, to be honest. Guess we're about to find out. Game review is currently not working. We apologise for the inconvenience and are working to fix it. So, am I going to get a refund for that then, brother? Or what? So no one knows. However, is it going to tell us if it was good moves? No, it's not even going to give us nothing, is it? Either way, we must have played all right. We're now 904 elo. Let me get that big screen back up real quick. I don't want to keep you any longer than I already have done. Other than, look, say what you want about that game. I'm not amazing. I tried. We were blacks again. We did the same opening. It was a different outcome from the last game. What we did do is we backed out of the opening when we seen what he was doing. Did that throw him off? Let's actually have a little look at his profile while we're at it. Okay. So he lost to me, lost to one before. Chris, 912. 907, 912, 920, 936, 937, 943, 951, 961, 974. He got up to 974 elo. And I've just put him back in the 800 category. Damn! Welcome back to the 800 Club, Chris. Sorry to do that to you, my brother. Keep on fighting the good fight. You'll be back in no time. Thanks for watching. We're in the 900 Club. Now it's road to 1,000. Let's go.